guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be how to make a boba smoothie, or how I make my boba smoothies. I prefer to make boba over buying it. It's a lot cheaper and I can make it exactly how I like it. So with that being said, let's get on with the video. This is just a quick overview of everything I will be using to make my boba. It'll vary depending on how you make yours, but this is what I use. The ingredient in a boba smoothie is obviously the boba and then the flavoring. So the boba that I use is a black tapioca pearl EFA brand boba, and it's just an instant ready in 5 minutes. I get this at an Asian store. I have to go about an hour away from my house to get it, but some places like Whole Foods or World Market may carry it if it's closer to you, or you can order it online, but I do get mine at a local Asian store. And then the flavoring I use is this Cha Bon Bon smoothie powder, and this is honeydew flavor, and honeydew is probably my favorite flavor of boba to make. I do like cantaloupe or mango, more on the fruity side than like a traditional tea boba, so this is definitely a fruit smoothie boba, but this is the flavor that we usually go for and usually have on hand, and that's what we're going to be making today. So the first thing you're going to do is put water to boil, and my water actually just started boiling, so it's perfect timing to cook the boba. It says you're going to use 10 cups of water per 1 cup of boba for my brand and instruction, but I just fill this medium saucepan 3/4 of the way and then add as much boba as I want, and it's always turned out just fine. And then you wait until the boba it'll float to the surface, and you let it cook for 5 to 8 minutes. Covered with a lid, and then you turn it down and simmer it for 5 to 8 minutes. Okay, so as you can see, my water is boiling, and I'm just going to add some boba and wait for it to float to the surface of the water. And I don't measure it. You can, but I don't feel like it's super necessary. Add a little bit more just because I'm making 2. So I added probably about a cup of boba. And when you're done with your boba, I highly recommend sealing it in a plastic bag because it will keep it fresh longer, and then refrigerate. Just to clear up how I cook my boba, I boil water and then add the boba once it's boiling and wait for it to surface to the top of the water, and then I cover it with a lid and boil it for 5 to 8 minutes. I then turn the temperature down and simmer it for another 5 to 8 minutes, and then it's done. So while my boba is cooking, I'm just going to add a little bit of honey to a small bowl, just enough that will fit my boba. And then I'm going to take my spoon and add a little bit of sugar on top. And this just helps sweeten the boba for the smoothie, just a tiny bit. And then once our boba's done, we'll add it into this bowl. Once you've cooked your boba for 10 to 16 minutes, you're going to strain it and run it under some cool water, and then place it in your bowl. So this bowl has my honey and sugar, and I'm just going to add my boba. Once you get your boba into your bowl, just be sure to stir it well enough to evenly coat all of your boba with whatever sweetener you chose to use. Here I've just prepared my water for my smoothie, and I use hot water. I feel like it dissolves the powder better and helps thin your smoothie out a little bit. So the next step, you're going to take your hot water in your cup or small Tupperware and add your flavoring, which again mine's just honeydew, and then add your sweetener, which I'm using sugar in the smoothie. I only put honey on my actual boba. So depending on how much smoothie you're making will determine how much powder you need. I'm probably going to put at least 2 spoonfuls of flavoring, maybe a little bit more than 2, 2.5. And I'm just going to slowly mix this. Alright, so now that my honeydew is mixed in, I'm just going to add my sugar, and I got my spoon wet, so I'm just going to kind of pour some sugar in. You have to realize it seems like a lot of sugar, but it's going in 2 smoothies, so. All right, I think we're good to go. I'm sorry for the focusing issue here, but in this clip, I just added my ice and then poured my sweetener and flavoring over the top. I also looked at it and decided I needed a little more ice, so I went back and got some more to add to it, and then I blended it until smooth. Once your smoothie is blended, you can now add your boba into your cup of choice, and I just used 2 mason jar cups. And once your boba is in your cup, you can add your smoothie. My smoothie was a little bit thick still, but my boba is warm, so it softens it a little bit once it's in my cup. And the final touch is a straw, and these are just jumbo milkshake straws I found at Walmart. That's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed learning how to make a boba smoothie, and I really hope this inspires you guys to try and make your own boba. Making boba is kind of an experiment. It's a trial and error, figuring out how sweet you like it or flavorful you like it, and I hope that I inspired you guys to try and make your own. With that being said, I'd like to know down below if you've tried boba, what your favorite flavor is, and if you haven't tried boba, if it looks like something you'd want to try. And don't forget to click that like button if you like this video and hit the red subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!